Hello everyone, my name is Panasyuk, and I'm still on a deserted island, where I'm testing myself in survival conditions.
Woohoo!
I've also set myself an additional challenge, to stay here until my channel reaches 1 million subscribers. And today is the 5th day on the deserted island. It's already dawn. The sun is slowly rising. So I need to grab my fishing rod and head to the fishing spots. Thanks to your likes on the video, every day I receive an additional mission. For example, with 15,000 likes, I'm already supposed to catch a shark. With 18,000 likes, I was supposed to catch a barracuda, and I've already accomplished that mission. With 20,000 likes, I set traps from AliExpress, and with their help, I'm supposed to catch some prey. And today we'll find out whether I succeeded or not. And under the last episode for the day, you managed to gather 21,000 likes, which means that today, my additional mission is to try to catch a stingray. In general, the more likes under this video, the more challenging and interesting the additional mission becomes. In the tropical climate, the morning is the best time to try to catch fish with a fishing rod. So at dawn, during low tide, I immediately climbed onto the rocks to try my luck. I promised to catch a shark, and I won't return from this island until I complete your additional mission. Switching to poppers. As you can see, it's already rigged. And there, along the current, fish are chasing fry. It's clear that some predator is hunting, but I won't reach there. Too far. A small tuna was chasing my bait. Like a rookie, I caught it from the boat, almost the same size as my bait. Most likely it's right there. When I cast, you can see a splash of a school of fish. Most likely it's a tuna and it's lurking. It was funny. The shark didn't want to bite my bait, so I decided to return to the camp. Moray eel. Because of yesterday's underwater hunting at night plus spearfishing. In general, I didn't sleep much tonight. I decided to take a little nap now and rest a bit. And meanwhile, underwater, my trap continued to attract the attention of the inhabitants of the coral reef. I managed to get some sleep and regain my strength. After that, I continued to arrange my camp more comfortably. And while I was sleeping, I even dreamed that some big fish swam into my trap. I'm really looking forward to checking if it's true. I hope this dream comes true. Set up my hammock, tarp, got rain protection. And now, for those who missed the second season of Island Survival with Sharks, let me show you my gear. Here's a portable shower. And this was an unboxing of a Chinese thing from AliExpress, and this thing seemed really interesting and useful to me. I don't know about survival situations, but I think it's useful for you. Or for your significant other during some camping or fishing trip for a couple of days. Look at this thing. You fill it with water from a lake, river, or in my case, the ocean. Hang it on a tree. It heats up in the sun, and before bed, after you've been crawling around all day, dirty and full of prickles, it's a very pleasant moment when you turn on a warm shower. You rinse off and go to bed all clean. It's a small thing, but nice. I wanted to take it again. I like this thing. It lifts your spirits. It's like making a fire and watching it burn beautifully. In general, now I'll set it up. collect water from the ocean, and continue with my tasks. A tube is inserted into the bottom of this waterproof bag, and at the end of it is the shower. You just need to fill this bag with water and hang it on a tree, and wait for the water to warm up a bit. And what's this? A big stone? Darn it. If the water level rises now, I won't waste time. I'll grab my spearfishing gun or spear, gear, mask, and snorkel and dive underwater. I'll explore this whole coral reef. I'll check and also see where it ends, where the drop-off is, where there should be big fish. The ebb tide has begun. It's time to check the trap. Did I catch anything? And while I haven't retrieved it yet, write your predictions in the comments under the video. So friends, I set sail while you watch to make sure no shark follows me. And the predictions, did I catch something in the trap or not? Write your answer in the comments. The water level dropped. How will I get there? You can just walk there now. I was very curious about what was happening underwater. How are things around my trap? Did I catch anything or not? So, I see the bait is still in place, which means the shark didn't take it. Well, and there's nothing in the trap either. Let's check the camera. Did we capture an interesting moment or nothing at all? But I've already shown you the most beautiful and interesting moments. Friends, this is my first time on this island. And here's a ship docking near the shore, not far from where I set up my camp. I try to be as inconspicuous as possible, because there are kind people, and there are not very kind ones. So it's better not to attract unnecessary attention to myself, because I often walk around the island. I go very far from my camp, and at the same time I leave some equipment, my personal belongings, fishing gear. And there have already been situations when a fisherman's boat docked, who noticed my hammock there, some things. And some people don't hesitate to just come up, pick up, touch, look. And some even put on someone else's shoes and sail away from the island with those shoes. But I don't want to take risks. That's why I don't want to attract additional attention, especially when people are in such remote places. These are often avid fishermen or poachers, which is quite likely, and such people will be very surprised that a foreigner is on a completely uninhabited island. And this will definitely attract their attention. They'll want to park, chat, see what I have, what I'm doing here. And then I'll worry even more that I can't leave my things unattended and go to the other side of the island. So I sit quietly, waiting for this boat to sail away, and then I'll continue organizing, exploring this island. And when the sun has started to set behind the horizon, and the sky is once again covered with rain clouds, I took my spearfishing gear, crossbow in hand, and dived underwater, hoping to catch myself some prey. The water was a bit murky. On the horizon, I saw schools of fish, but I never saw any big catch. I didn't lose hope and continued my spearfishing. Many viewers of my channel noticed that my underwater gun has 3 rubber bands installed. These are called rubber bands. So I wanted to explain. This underwater gun was custom made, especially for me. For marine underwater hunting, they usually use a long spear gun. But in my case, with frequent travels, I wanted a compact gun, but still powerful. And that's why they made this crossbow with 3 bands. And depending on the location, as well as the likely size of the caught fish, I can choose the power of my crossbow. If the fish is small and the shooting distance is short, I use only 1 band. If the fish is medium-sized and the distance is a bit longer, I use 2 bands. But if there's a chance of encountering big fish in this location, and the water is clear and the fish keeps its distance, I use all 3 bands for the strongest and longest shot. And the most convenient thing is that if I only need 1 band, I don't need to remove the other 2. I just need to lower them down and not use them. And at any suitable moment, load the remaining bands and increase the power of the crossbow. A slight wind picked up. The sky was getting darker and darker. I still didn't manage to catch myself any prey. So at sunset, I took my fishing rod and returned to the fishing spot, hoping to catch a shark. I was sure I would catch a big fish. Now these are the conditions for fishing. Yes, this is the element. Uninhabited island. Raging waves. The ocean. And I stand trying to catch fish. Friends, I remind you that the more likes under this video, the more difficult and interesting the additional mission will be. Where's the big fish? Wow, look at this beauty. The popper lure named Gerasim flew into battle. With its help, in the second season of Shark Island, I caught a shark. I see some fish activity. I cast right there. Honestly, friends, I'm already exhausted. My back hurts and my shoulders and arms too. The fishing rod and reel are very heavy. Plus, the bait weighs about 100 grams, tossing it back and forth, constantly repeating the retrieval. The waves are rocking nicely too. Overall, physically, this fishing is also very tough. After fishing, I felt such a peaceful serenity that I just sat on top of the cliff, watched the ocean, watched the sun set behind the horizon, and just dreamed. Friends, look at the reel of my spinning rod. Hey, buddy. Hi. Will it be okay? Since the previous series got 21,000 likes on the first day, this means that today I got an additional mission to catch a stingray, and I've seen the place where it lives several times already. So when night fell, I took a crossbow, mask and snorkel and dived underwater, and swam to the spot where I saw the stingray yesterday. But when I arrived at the spot, I didn't see it there. At first I was really disappointed. But literally seconds later, from the left side, a stingray emerges. I didn't hesitate, aimed with the crossbow, and made a precise shot on the go. The stingray is very strong, immediately started resisting and defending itself with its tail. This stingray is called a blue-spotted stingray. It's quite venomous. So right after the shot, I increased the distance immediately, so that the wounded aggressive stingray wouldn't injure me with its tail. It's very dangerous. Here on the island, I'm alone and won't receive any medical help. I can only rely on myself and my strength. There's food. After which I pulled the catch onto the shore. There's food, friends. One must be very careful. This tail is dangerous. It has a venomous spine it can use to injure. Look at this spine. It opens here and strikes with this spine. Took a knife and additionally sedated it. But with the crossbow, I secured and immobilized its dangerous tail. Big catch. And another additional mission accomplished. Well, friends, this time I caught such a big stingray. I'll just say that when I have a choice, I don't touch stingrays. I let them go. Also, I want to add that they eat these stingrays here. Catch them without any problems. There's no prohibition on it. And now I'm in survival mode on a deserted island. So any catch for me is food. And I didn't have any other option. So I had to take this stingray. Now I'll clean it, salt it, and tomorrow morning, I'll cook it nicely. I'll show you and try how it tastes. That's the catch for today. I'll use this liver as bait for crab traps. And I'll leave the intestines too. Let's see if crabs will gather on them. And you can also cut open the stomach of this stingray and see what it ate today. Let's cut it open. Take a look. Nothing interesting. I'll remove anything that could spoil. All the blood vessels. Everything needs to be released. It's the blood that spoils first. Everywhere. Gill covers and blood. So if you drain all the blood and remove the gill covers, then the fish, well, the stingray included, can last much longer without a refrigerator. And especially if you salt it, it'll be even better. Done. I'll salt it, wrap it up, and it'll last until morning for sure. I cleaned the stingray very well, removed all the elements that spoil first, salted it and stored it. I'll cover it with something. And in the morning, I'll start cooking it first thing. But first, I need to make a fire. So I'll gather branches and dry grass. Now whose tracks are these? Look at these claws. And a tail. It could be a monitor lizard. Headed somewhere that way. So the fire is controlled. I surrounded it with stones in a circle. It'll be a makeshift grill. And to get the fire, I'll use the stick again and rotate it with my hands until sparks appear. transferred the spark to dry grass and fanned the fire. Well, friends, I'll let the stingray roast. While it's roasting on the coals, I'll take a spear and dive, hunt underwater for a bit. Look, my stingray is in the water, and here comes a shark. Listen to the sound it's making. It's swimming towards the sound. It hears everything. Sharks are known to hunt rays. She sniffed the smell of a ray and wants to try a piece. That's the catch I'll be cooking over the fire. Forgot to cut off a spine for myself as a memento. Here it is, look. When they catch a ray, it attacks with this spine. You need to break it off or cut it. And even here, there are two of them. Look, a double spine like this. See? I'll keep one for myself as a memento. Look, the shark swam away. Look right now. The fire has ignited and good coals have formed. I'll grill the ray on them. The catch was quite big. These rays will last me a long time. Friends, I remind you that the more likes this video gets, the harder and more interesting additional mission I receive. Well, friends, I think it's time to eat. I'll eat what's been prepared. I'll trim the tail, and I'll put the head on top. Let it roast a bit more, because anyway, I won't eat it all at once, and there's no point in waiting. So I'll be nibbling on the already cooked parts. I'll roast this tail like a sausage afterwards. This dish turned out pretty good, right? Look what a beauty. Almost bronze. Bronze red like that. Smoked ray. Blue spotted ray tail smoked. Help yourselves. Who wants a piece cut off? Okay, I'll start from here, from the fin. Oh, it's hot, but it looks ready. Interesting. Another fin. Fatty. The meat is tender and fatty. Listen, it's very tasty. It's very tasty. So what about the tail? Oops. I'll cut off the tail and put it to roast on the coals. By the way, I thought I could cut off the head and throw it into a crab trap, and put it, for example, underwater. Anyway, I won't eat the head, and everything edible around it. Let the tail roast like a sausage. It'll be for the evening for me. Damn, it's so juicy, friends. Take a piece and it just drips. Look at this juicy piece. When I saw the reaction of a small shark to the ray meat, I came up with the idea of using a piece of it as bait and trying to complete the very first additional mission, namely catching a shark. I had already forgotten how tasty ray is, friends. Very tasty, very tasty. Friends, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, only then give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the new series. Share this video with your friends and very soon you'll see the continuation. See you all later.